Good evening, parents. Welcome back to school. This is your third grade teacher, Dr. McLean. I'm starting my 14th year teaching, and I'm a mother to a college freshman and a 7-year-old Boston Terrier. I believe in the 21st century student learner and look for ways for students to find fun in their learning process. Communication between myself and families is necessary to create a strong community in my classroom. The other teacher that's in the classroom is Miss Jeffcoat. She says, "Hello, third grade. I'm super excited to work with you guys. I am on my 4th year with the district. I'm a mother of a 3-year-old who will soon be 4. I believe that as a student, as long as you put 100% towards any and everything you do in school and in life, you will succeed. Let's make this a great year, this year a great one." So some technology that we use within the classroom is Schoology, Imagine Learning, Dreambox, Zoom, Flipgrid, Pick My Kid, and Class Dojo. A lot of people have signed up for Class Dojo to get their announcements from me. I'm pretty regular with sending out announcements. If you haven't signed up for Class Dojo and you would like to learn how to do that, please send in a note and I'll gladly send you a link so that you can sign up for Class Dojo so that you know how to get in contact with me whenever you need me, pretty much whenever you need me. Pick My Kid. Pick My Kid is a brand new program that we're starting here at Carey Downey. And what this is an app for all of our students, whether you're a car rider, whether you're a busser, whether you're a walker, and if you go to daycare. And basically what it is an app that allows you to notify the school if you have decided that you're going to pick a student up early or drop off a kid late. These are some apps that will be going home over the next few days to show you guys how to download the app. This is really important for you to have this ability and how to do the check-in for the school. And I'll send home all of this information, but here's a quick video to give you a little bit more information.
We're a K through 12 charter school here in North Tampa, Florida. We've been around for about 23 years now. Total number of students on all of our campus is a little over 1,200. Now we are on 5 campuses and soon to be on a 6th campus. My name is John Legg. I'm the CFO and co-founder of Dayspring Academy.
Life in the front office is crazy hectic. We are working all day nonstop. We had a whole different system before Pick My Kid. It was crazy.
Throughout the day, parents were constantly calling to have a change in delegation in terms of they want their child to go home with grandma or a friend. There was always notes and various other ways of communications that would get lost. With Pick My Kid, all of that was gone immediately. The parent now is the primary person responsible for communicating what is happening with their student into the system. It's completely allowed us to be more efficient, allowed our teachers to focus on what's in the classroom, and has reduced our phone calls to our front office by like 70% throughout the day. Our property is geofenced, so when the parent gets on our property, they activate that they're on our property. It sets a chain of events that happens in our school.
Have a great day, Claire.
So that way, the student is actually leaving the door approximately the same time the parent is pulling up to that front door. I hear a lot of sales pitches all the time for products and tech issues. You can't afford not to adopt it. It's been really effective, and they've been there with us every step of the way.
So this new program, again, like I said, will be rolling out within the next week or so. So you'll get some more information about that in the next couple of days. Oops. All right. The next is coronavirus, and we are doing as much as we can to combat making sure our students are staying healthy by wearing masks at appropriate times, using hand sanitizer, staying 3 feet away from students, not mixing cohorts of students, just a whole lot. But another thing that we're doing is we're using a service called Quidel. And Quidel is something that even I signed up for. And basically, it is a voluntary opportunity for students to get COVID tested either weekly or biweekly. I'm not 100% sure yet what their schedule is going to be, but what I do know is that you get the results in the same day. You can't even get that at Walgreens lately. So you get the results the same day to let you know if your student is experiencing any COVID symptoms. Classroom management. We use something called responsive classroom. And with responsive classroom, instead of giving kids points whether or not they're doing a good job or a bad job, what I use is something called reinforcing language, reminding language, and redirecting language. And this is just basically putting the ownership on the student to make positive choices, and still being in contact with families if it's going to be a problem, but we are still doing everything that we can in a positive, responsive way. These are the class rules that we came up with. We came up with 6 class rules. So first, you get what you get and you don't throw a fit. Next is you are free to choose. You are not free from the consequences of your choice. Then character is doing the right thing even when no one is looking. And finally, treat others the way you want to be treated. The rules apply to everyone. This includes you. You can't control what other people do. You can control the way that you react. So all the students agreed to these rules. This is our class schedule. As you can see, it's pretty full. We have a very fast morning, and then we have lunch. You see what I did there? From 10:50 to 11:20. After that, we have recess, then quiet time, science or social studies. Exploratory is the same thing as specials, reading intervention, math, recess, math intervention, packing up, and dismissal. And in the morning, I glossed over, we have arrival, breakfast, morning meeting, and ELA. For specials, on Mondays, we have something called STEMbrary. Basically, it's STEM and library combined. Tuesdays is PE, so please wear sneakers. Wednesdays is art. Thursdays is PE for some students, and if your students signed up for chorus, they would go to chorus instead. And Fridays is music. Our grading policy, we don't use an alphabet grading system. We use something called mastery-based learning, where we go through all the Common Core state standards and we decide whether or not a student is proficient, beyond, or struggling for a certain area of their learning. The standards that we use the Common Core state standards. If you have any questions about that, they do have a really good website, and you can take a look at all of the 3rd grade reading and math standards. And it's Common Core doesn't mean new math. It just is a different way of explaining how we do our standards. So curriculum for ELA this year, we are using, for the first 2 units, we are using something called the American Reading Company's curriculum. This is an opportunity that your students are getting that no one else in the district is getting. It is very exciting that we get to try this out. It's called a pilot program. So we're the first in the district for the 3rd grade to have the opportunity to try out this new curriculum. And hopefully your students have already come home telling you all about the Dinosaurs Before Dark, the Magic Tree House. These are the other units that we're going to do after we're done with the pilot. For mathematics, the big focus this year is multiplication. We're actually going to hit this area 3 different times this year. We also do addition and subtraction, geometry, fractions, graphs and line plots, and multi-step story problems. For science, we are doing 4 new science kits. So in addition to having new ELA curriculum, we also have 4 new science kits. So your kids in the coming weeks will be coming home talking about something called balancing forces, where they learn all about a train that can magically raise and lower, and it looks like it's being done by magic. Social studies, we talk a lot about civics, economics, and geography. So that's my face on the money. I think I'd be a little bit more happy if I had $100 though. Our homework policy for my class only. My class is no real homework. The only thing that I ask is that your student does 30 minutes of pleasure reading nightly. Pleasure reading means anything from a comic book to a magazine to a chapter book to a easy read aloud book. It's whatever they want to do. As long as it's 30 minutes, I'm very okay with what they are choosing to read. Assessments and grading, later on in the springtime, your student will be partaking in something called the Smarter Balance Assessment Consortium, and that is the state test. I will give you a lot more information about how to prepare and how to get your students feeling good and proud and excited about taking their first state test. Reporting progress, we also, along with talking about our mastery-based learning, we also have 4 different components that we talk about when it comes to personal responsibility, work ethic, collaboration, and civic responsibility. You'll see this on your students' report cards, and you can find out how they're doing within the classroom. And that is the show. So if you have any questions, you can reach out to me again through Class Dojo, email, phone call, whatever you need to. I'm more than happy to chat with you. Have a great night. Bye.